October 1st, 1960, Nigeria is born. And at the heart of America, on historic Mackinaw Island, the birth of Africa's largest and newest nation is celebrated. Here at the World Assembly for Moral Re-Armament, representatives of 30 nations are gathered. Many are dressed in their national costumes. They converge on the Great Hall for the day's celebrations. Today, Nigeria achieves her independence. Her people are joined in a destiny of unity and freedom. In the Great Hall, the International Chorus sing the specially written Song for Nigeria.
The drums by forest and river, throb of the song from Congo to the sea, sending the joy of newfound freedom, freedom to care, freedom to share, new men to be. Strong flows the Niger, mighty river of nationhood, uniting the land. Strong are its people, men, hate free, fear free, take their stand. Beat of the drums by forest and river, throb of the song from Congo to the sea, sending the joy of newfound freedom, freedom to care, freedom to share, new men to be. Nigeria, make men free.
Striking the keynote for the day is the British Davis Cup tennis star H.W. Bunny Austin.
It's our privilege today to pay tribute to a new and great nation, Nigeria. A nation born not without travail, but in unity and without bloodshed. Gracious in its forgiveness of us British, who by our way of life have left behind in so many hearts the wounds of bitterness. We here at Mackinaw, from many races and many nations, pledge to do all in our power to bring to all nations the same unity and freedom that Nigeria has found.
The daughter of the Prime Minister of Cameroon, Miss Bettina Asali, speaks in French with an interpreter.
Nous avions obtenu notre indépendance le 1er janvier cette année.
We obtained our independence on the 1st of January this year.
Et on l'a obtenu.
Africa is at the crossroads. The miracle is that MRA is present in our new nations at this moment when we are achieving our independence. Here in Mackinaw, my father learned how to unite men. As a result, he was reconciled with his political opponents, and we won our independence without war against the French. We Africans want to build our nation on absolute moral standards of honesty, purity, unselfishness, and love. This is the only way to realize the dignity of the African and create unity in our nations. Our hearts are thrilled to celebrate this day. Long live Nigeria!
From the Congo comes the director of the national radio, Monsieur Albert Congo. He has come here for technical and ideological study at the newly built MRA television film studio. He speaks of the Congo and of the forces of communism exploiting division and bitterness. He expresses gratitude for the Nigerians now in the Congo with the force of moral rearmament. It is the answer to the chaos we have experienced, he says. We need material aid, but primarily it is a moral ideology which will save the dignity and unity of our continent. Next comes a Kenya settler. He is the third generation of a well-known British settler family, Peter Hopcraft.
Nigeria is the voice of an answer for Kenya and for all of Africa. I'm deeply ashamed of the arrogance and the greed that people like myself have lived in Africa. We've proclaimed democracy, Christianity, justice, but we've lived for ourselves and what we can get from the people and the country. The result has been bitterness and the advance of communism. We need now to restore humbly and to lay down our lives to bring the right idea to Africa and to the world. That is what I decide to do today.
He is followed by Andrew Papetta, who was a member of the revolutionary African National Congress Youth League of South Africa.
I thought the only answer was bloodshed. I was expelled from college. I lost 2 years of my education because I took part in students' demonstrations. But I know now that hate, revenge, and bloodshed will never build the new Africa we long for. It will take something far greater than that. I'm grateful for the statesmanship and the vision of Dr. Azikiwe, a hate-free, fear-free, greed-free Africa peopled by free men and women.
From Bethune-Cookman College in the south of the United States comes Ted Nichols, a student leader. While he is speaking here, Nigerians are hearing him sing in the film The Crowning Experience. In the celebrations in Lagos, it has an honored place under the patronage of Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, the Governor-General Designate.
I believe that today marks an historical turning point in man's relationship to man, because Nigeria will show the whole world the key to unity. Our racial divisions in America have been exploited by communism. Moral Re-Armament is effectively answering those divisions and building true democracy in our country. I will fight that Americans live the ideology of freedom that William Penn, one of the founders of our nation, talked about. He said, men must choose to be governed by God, or they condemn themselves to be ruled by tyrants. We stand united with Nigeria to take that freedom to all men.
The climax of the day comes as the assembly moves to the ceremonial flag raising. Asians and Europeans in national costumes. A Supreme Court justice from Vietnam. A British member of Parliament with the director of the Bank of Norway. They gather to the music of the MRA Studio Orchestra under the direction of the Brazilian composer Remo Usai. Councilor William Stubbs of the city of Mackinaw Island presides. A native of Georgia, he pays tribute to the new nation on behalf of the Americans.
And we feel that Nigeria will be a bulwark amongst the free nations, because with her ideology, she has won her freedom without bloodshed. And with giving that ideology to the rest of the free nations, we can sustain and maintain freedom in the world.
Mr. Stubbs tells of the long-standing friendship between Dr. Frank Buchman, the initiator of Moral Re-Armament, and the people of Nigeria. He calls on Sir Hamilton Carr, British Member of Parliament for Cambridge.
Sir Hamilton.
I have the great privilege to read Frank Buchman's message to Nigeria on the day she is celebrating her independence. With all my heart, I congratulate Nigeria on her independence. Her destiny is to be a nation walking upright, 35 million people, going not left, not right, but straight. She will be a pilot nation for the world, setting a course charted by God and steered by men who are obedient to him. I have come to know and love her leaders and people, whose inspired initiative at the MRA assemblies in Co and Mackinaw and throughout the world has already helped shape the course of history. Through that breathtaking film, Freedom, written at Co and produced in Nigeria, the world is being taught the great truth. It is not color, but character that counts. With what is right, not who is right, regnant in the affairs of state, Nigeria will produce a pattern of unity and faith for the continent of Africa that will give the answer to Moscow and Peking, Washington and London. The world is waiting to see what God can do through one nation wholly given to him. Nigeria can be that nation. Frank Buchman.
To the Nigerian national anthem, Monsieur Albert Congo raises the flag of the new nation.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians old and proud to serve our sovereign motherland. Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign. In peace or battle honored, and this we count as gain. To hang on to our children a banner without stain. O God of all creation, grant this our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed, and so with peace and plenty, Nigeria